somebody is relocating to this county for an employer and they have children, the first thing they're going to look at is, where are the schools? Where am I going to send my children? That becomes a deterrent in terms of how many people want to relocate in Prince George's County. How many employers, businesses, companies want to relocate here because our schools may not be where they want to bring their children. So what does it do? They will prefer to go to other counties. So that's a deterrent that we're getting now. Companies want to move in, but if their families move in here because of their jobs, where will their children go? They may not want to go to private schools. So that's an element that it's all constantly on our faces. I don't want to move my business to Prince George's County because you know why? The families that work for me will not want to move there because of the school system. I've heard that over and over. So that's a constant issue that we're going to have to look at. It's a deterrent because why? Our schools are not what they're supposed to be compared to the region. Remember when I said earlier, we're not competing well as the rest of the counties around us? We don't function in a vacuum. We're in the region, we're in the metropolitan region. And it's a push and pull. Where are the top companies going? If you pull the statistics, they're not coming here. If you pull the numbers every year, well, that's a task I'm going to ask our Economic Development Corporation. In the last 5 years, how many big companies moved into Prince George's County? How many employers did they generate by moving those companies here? So if you look at that, we're not gaining that employment base that other counties are getting, like Montgomery, like Fairfax, Arlington. We're not getting them. Why? The underlying issues that are clouding us, public safety, education, these are the two weakest links that we have, and it drives them away. So I think a conversation into that would generate us and gives us the next steps how to address them.
Yes, Madam Candidate, I have a follow-up question. In this regard, what's your position on taxes? Because you've been talking about things that needs to be done. What's your position? I didn't want to say the word raising taxes. What's your position on taxes or taxation?
Well, first of all, taxes in life is a necessity, but it needs to be evaluated. I don't know what kind of taxes you're talking about. There's residential tax, there's commercial tax. There are different taxes that are floating around. The state puts a tax on us. We had 5% the previous year, now we have 6%. Why? They justify a budget constraint. And we're going to continue to have budget constraints. And what I'm going to look at before even taxes are talked about is, what is our fiscal condition? Where can we cut? The best thing that for me to look as a council member is not to come up with an individual eye. It's to get other council members to evaluate our budgetary process, to see exactly where we have excess, to see exactly where we're duplicating effort, to see where agencies can merge and do the same job and do it better, to cut costs. So taxes will be the last thing I will look at because I want to look at the fiscal situation with other council members because it's the county as a whole that sets a budget. It's not an individual council member. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.